All right, this is podcast number 6, and we were like yesterday. We had a great time publishing our issue 2, and probably about 40. Yeah, for yeah. We just want to talk about that issue first because that was a really
good. Butter,
that was a really game changing issue. It gets better and it gets like bigger. Hope you guys see the posts on Facebook. I'm Sosan, the illustrator. We have Frankie. We have Juan, the president, and we have
Sam.
Who's in the room again? We
have Sam, and we have
Joseph
Dustin over there in the corner.
We have Joseph and we have Dustin over there.
Joseph.
And
Hi.
And today we're so excited because we just published our second issue yesterday. It was successful actually. We have.
It was better than the first.
Yeah, yes, we have a lot of positive reviews, especially mine because mine last time was I don't know
people like yours.
It's actually unreadable
because you cheated and had 8 pages and put a sex scene in there.
Did. Yeah.
Say it.
You fuck.
Say it. Yeah, you
8 pages, man. 8 pages.
Taking advantage of his position here.
And then you had a sex scene. Sex scenes get audiences, bro.
Yeah.
Automatically.
Context.
Sex scenes got audience? Oh yeah, right.
Oh, Joe.
Some of them, for me, some of them were kind of fast though. Like the first one about the chick that's gonna go join the alien defenders. I kind of lost.
Hey, that was Dustin's.
Track.
Oh, Dustin, he's
right
on you, bro.
Right at the beginning. That one, I don't think that one was very strong.
Oh, Dustin's talking.
That was
the
his
most
topic.
he's ever said in a podcast.
He's like, excuse me?
The alien defender one.
Is that yours? Doors closed.
It's his.
I don't think it was very. I mean, it seemed kind of slow. It was like right at the end.
It's okay. Episode 3 is gonna be the continuation, though.
Right at the end is when something finally.
Look at his face.
I know, man. Oh.
I wish you had a camera. I wish you were recording.
Okay,
video, bro.
We need to get a video production major in here.
Art style.
We
Can you imagine
need
the
Gio
pan shot,
here.
like the pan shot, zoom into his face, like how serious his face was?
2 cameras, second camera, 1 camera, 2 cameras.
Right?
I get it.
Hey, Dustin's better than mine, man. Mine was just a fight scene.
Yeah,
it was John, Dustin, and Souls that people talk about the most. I would say those 3. Trace coming up just behind So.
And then nobody talked about mine because mine was just a fight scene.
Trace has
It's
a
like,
really.
the fuck is going on? Why is this guy cursing about this giant ass cat with quills?
Who else did we have in there?
Yeah, as kind of usual, my
What
comics
was
have
mine?
it will have good cinematics and stuff like that. But
People only talk about yours because of the sex scene.
If there's so many words in there, I make unfortunate spelling mistakes. That's what
So's
very immature.
Yours was only popular for the sex scene and the 8 pages.
Next time I will make sure it doesn't happen.
There is no next time. You're graduating. You're leaving us, you fuck.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we accept alumni work.
Yeah, alumni work.
Yes.
This is gonna be my last the issue together with the issue 3 I'm gonna publish together with the AI Stockpile because I'm graduating soon, guys. I'm graduating soon, and I'll be on my road. But I'll visit every week for the meeting.
We're losing all of our officers. I'm graduating myself in 2 more quarters, and Zach's next quarter, right?
Zach is next quarter.
Yep.
Oh no, Zach is not next quarter. Come on.
I thought it was next quarter.
This guy
That's what he told me.
Still have things to go.
Okay.
Really?
He told me.
No. I mean, he
2 quarters.
didn't even have the portfolio prep yet, so.
Oh, he hasn't? Oh, he's not graduating then.
So
Yeah,
he's not
he's gonna
graduating.
He's got another 2 or 3 quarters.
He's always said
least.
Yeah.
oh guys, I'm graduating. No, I'm not graduating. Next quarter. Oh, I'm graduating. I'm not graduating. Next quarter.
Zach's not here to defend himself.
That's not nice, so stop talking shit.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. He's my best friend.
Okay.
he's okay. He's a little sick, so he's at home. He's doing fine. He's sleeping.
He had a little too much fun last night.
Yeah.
Was it last night?
No.
It was last night.
Like he's still sick. He's not feeling well, and that's since yesterday.
Feel better, Zach?
Yep. And,
Okay.
And now we're going to talk about the show at the Lauderdale Comic, which is upcoming event next month, and the participation is going to be me, Juan, Danny Kitwell. If you guys remember Danny Kitwell, he do like a couple of workshops last quarter.
He did
And,
post. He did have a comic in the first issue.
And he's been on the show a couple times too.
Yeah, he's been on the show a couple of times. He's
My first time on the show was his farewell show.
Oh, yeah.
He's a really talented guy. He just graduated.
He
And
landed a job right off the. He landed a job.
Yeah,
right
with
off the bat.
Tops.
Yeah, he just landed a job right after that. That's what, you know.
Drawing Star Wars.
Woo! Of all things, man.
Yeah,
That was also the last. That was.
That was the last. Yeah, that
his
was the
last thing.
one.
I remember he mentioned like that's how I found out like during the podcast and I just got a job drawing stuff for Star Wars now.
It's like, no shit, Danny. Fuck
Hopefully
you,
Star
Dan.
Wars
No,
is
And of course,
story
there
stays
is-
fresh, so he keeps having a job.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah, bro.
I know
But
some
the thing is,
things-
Danny's like he's one of the few illustration majors who were like willing to work with. He not only traditional media, but he took the time to actually learn like Illustrator and Photoshop like that. He's good across both spans of the media.
Yeah, which is important nowadays.
Yeah,
And
it,
a lot-
it-
that's
it is
like-
really important nowadays.
If any AI students are listening, you probably already know that the illustration major itself at the school isn't doing too well right now.
See-
Well,
See-
it's in teach out status now.
Yeah.
So he's more like a face of the illustrator in
Yeah.
this school, you know, like.
Well, he's
because-
the face of the modern illustrator, but remember,
Yeah,
we
because-
have some illustrators at school who aren't willing to, kind of
Yeah,
adapt.
but because,
and
you know,
the
like-
jobs, like the whole reason that everything's happening in this major that everything's happening in the major right now is because there just aren't jobs out there for people who are strictly traditional anymore.
I
You know
mean,
what
there are, but you just have to look forward for the hirings and stuff like that. You know,
It's not
like
just that,
you
but,
just
like-
have to,
Well,
like
it's just
go on
difficult to have a career as a strictly traditional
And
illustrator.
Yeah.
on top of that, like even like companies that are willing to hire a traditional illustrator, they want you to be willing to learn the softwares as well. Like Japan, for instance, Japan hires a lot of traditional artists.
Japan
Every traditional
still has
artist,
them.
yeah, but
Yeah.
every traditional artist who gets hired in Japan knows how to use Photoshop.
If anything, just for editing your piece.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one program, like which we draw the anime characters and stuff like that. What is it called? Sai, right?
Well, no, Sai is like a dumbed down Photoshop. What you're talking about specifically
Corel
is like
painter type of thing. Yeah,
that's like
you
that.
know.
I think that's Manga Maker or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Manga Studio.
Yeah,
Manga
done like a
Studio,
manga
Studio
studio.
5.
Yeah, like I tried that once, but it's
Photoshop
still
is
simple.
better.
Yeah, it's still Photoshop is better
It's
because
like
that's
we're
what
using-
everybody uses.
I'm an
you know?
animation major,
Yeah.
so I do a lot of illustration too. 90% of the class that illustrators have to take, I have to take, and
You see, before Photoshop, I was addicted to the Corel Painter
Yeah.
and the Sketchbook Pro because
Sketchbook Pro. No, but Sketchbook Pro still has some things that Photoshop
Yeah.
doesn't have. Like Sketchbook Pro is a good tool to use alongside Photoshop.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what like Jonah. That's what he uses.
Oh yes, because Jonah used
For his environments,
That's why
his
he's
characters
very
are in Photoshop.
perspective, Yeah,
His environments are done in Sketchbook Pro, and that's why his stuff looks so damn great.
and like he have this textures and how
His
how to
textures
balance
actually,
and stuff. Yeah,
his textures are actually in Photoshop. He downloads a lot of free brushes.
true.
And we get like the thing is like he uses screen tones. We get a lot of our screen tones from me and Dustin. We all share tools and
Share to.
yeah.
Is
So
it like-
we have screen tones that we use for reference. Like I know my comic for episode 2, I use a lot of screen tones for reference. So it
Oh, yeah.
was,
The screen tones, it's always about going outside the box and create your own style of art and stuff, something like that. That'll make you like no matter what distinctive.
But
I mean-
back to our thing about
Yeah.
the Short Lauderdale comics.
One person we didn't mention was Camille.
Yeah,
Camille
like
was part of it, too.
Camille. Yes, she was here with us earlier, and like she was gonna do her workshop like next week. But yeah, she was with us earlier, and she will be participating the event for the first time in the Lauderdale Comics.
Yeah, the
Yes.
events this May. Lauderdale Comics. We actually have their address now. Thank you, Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Frankie.
1929 South Federal Highway,
Yep.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Right there on US 1, just north of 595.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, future events we have coming up. We have
Future events. We have like how to promote yourself as an independent artist. That's gonna be week 4. That's gonna be next week by Camille. Yes, she's gonna be presenting about how to present your portfolio, how to sell yourself out there as a freelancer or like self-employed illustrator or full-time illustrator.
Because she has a job.
Yeah, she has a job, and she's like
an art director,
yeah,
right?
she's
She's an art
she's
director,
like a
she's-
graphic designer slash an illustrator. And right now, she's attending the illustration major, which I would like to do too because I'm developing on my graphic design portfolio as well, which is like graphic and illustration. As you guys know, we can always go back and forth with it.
They go
because,
hand in hand.
They go hand in hand because folks never regret. If you do graphic design, you can do Illustrator. Just Like keep in mind for that.
Yeah.
And she's gonna tell you like how to promote yourself, how to do like how to sell yourself out there. Like the real world is not like drawing animations and drawing like characters and like you get like automatic money, something like that. No, like she's gonna tell you what's the steps, how to stick with the art director, how to talk to the people, and how to like how to get into the industry. Like how does the industry work? Like how how to maintain yourself. I mean, first of all you want is like we all have loans and we all want it to pay off.
We need money.
That's what it is. So like she's gonna tell us how to process that, and yeah, that's gonna be a really good one, and I'm very looking forward to it. And
another thing about Camille's workshop is that everyone is invited. It's not just for comic book club students. This is for every student who.
This is for every student.
Every student who goes to AI Fort Lauderdale is invited. It's really useful for everyone, not just us in the comic book club, because a lot of us come from different majors. It's useful for everyone.
Yeah, she's not just going to be focusing on how to be an independent artist in the comic book industry. She's going to focus on being an independent artist in general. So,
right.
Yeah, definitely everybody's invited to come down.
Yeah, everybody's invited to come down. The next workshop, which is held in week 6,
That's
is going to be color application. It's by
Adam.
who is it?
Adam.
Adam. Yes.
From Checkout.
I mean, he's with us earlier. He just left. Nobody's here right now. And yeah, like it's gonna
We're
be
here.
like it's gonna be a color
We
application.
count,
Huh?
I count.
Yeah, we count. Yeah, we're the president.
Hispanic and Asian lives matter.
That's right.
You are the okay.
Right.
Okay. What I mean, nobody's here. I mean, like like
That's kind of funny. We're all
people
Hispanic
who are.
and Asian right now.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
I mean, he's Filipino, so he's like both.
Okay, guys, that's not included in that. All right.
racial
Well,
content.
what I'm telling is like like people who are hosting the podcast are not here right now. Color application, as you guys know, color application, the color wheel, the like swatches and stuff like that. Yeah, he's gonna tell you how to use the color, color tone, like mid tone, dark tone, and light tone. It's kind of like a basic color, how to draw and stuff like that. I hope he showed us how his way of like drawing the animation characters and stuff
And
like
the thing
that.
is,
Should be pretty good.
Yeah,
it should be really good
He's
because
been planning it since like last quarter.
Yeah,
and Adam, he doesn't just draw; he paints.
he paints.
He paints.
He's animation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
he's
animation.
game art. He's game art.
Really?
Oh, wow.
He's
I
game
could
art.
draw for freaking game art and design.
Well, then he do like 3D modeling,
Yeah.
the concept art.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, that's a really talented work. All right. Well,
So, I guess Frankie and Dustin should talk about the next workshop, right? Because their workshop.
It is our workshop, but Dustin is being a little shit and not coming over to the mic like a real man.
Hi.
Get the fuck over here!
all right, guys.
Well, he's coming over.
Oh man.
So me and Dustin are running a workshop on week 7. This one's predominantly for comic book club members, but again, everyone is invited. This is if you're going to submit to the club. So if you're a member of the club, you're going to submit for the magazine. It's how to size your submission properly.
Yeah, which is important. One of the issues we run into publishing is the sizing is wrong. So a lot of times words are cut off, artwork's cut off. So this is to take care of all those kind of issues.
Because what a lot of people don't realize is that there is a safe area in the 7. You're supposed to be working on an artboard or a Photoshop document that's 11 by 17 inches. If you're on Photoshop, it should be at least 300 DPI, 300 pixels per inch.
300. That's a standard.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it should be at least that big, and those are huge files, and you're going to be doing 3 of them and then putting them into PSD. But they need to be that big, and you have to know the guidelines. Me and Dustin use a template.
Bring a flash drive because I will give you a template that I made that I use every time I submit something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And it's
Dustin's
like it's
work
also to
is
talk about like
usually right on point,
Yes.
spot on.
and
so.
it's about an inch and a half margin from the top of the page to the side of the page. So even if you work traditionally, it's good to come through anyway.
Is it has to be like okay, like you guys are telling about the size and submission. So like according to the size, does it have to be like the Pacific program like InDesign, because InDesign is always known for like bumping out.
With
At the end of
InDesign,
the day-
when we're in InDesign, because InDesign
Okay.
we resize everything.
Okay.
Everything's proportional to 11 by 17, but we size it down for the comic because obviously
Okay,
the comic
that's-
itself isn't 11 by 17.
Wait, that makes
Right.
sense. Right.
But we do size it down, but we want everyone. This is the magazine is made as like a practice for the industry. The industry standard is 11 by 17, 300 pixels per inch.
300 pixels. Don't
That's
go
the industry
beyond.
standard. And then the margins, the safe zones are also industry standard.
Oh, yeah.
So, bring your flash drives. We do have a template. We can also draw the template out on the board for you guys, for any of you guys who work traditionally, because it is the same margins.
For any of the manga fans out there, just an FYI, that's for U.S. comics or American comics.
It works for a lot of manga as well.
Does it?
It works for a lot of manga as well.
But like mangas like sometimes go beyond the margins.
They do
Sometimes,
go
like,
beyond the
they-
margins.
They,
They
That's
do.
exactly what I try to do.
yeah,
They go
that's
beyond the
exactly- I can
margins
see it.
because even and the thing is, even a lot of American artists right now go beyond the margins as well. You run off. You run
Yeah,
out. You run out of the
you
bleeding
run
zone
off.
because it's for stylistic purposes.
But it's still, you can say like it stays in the panel at
Yeah.
the same time, like
Most important thing is just to
Okay.
keep the type in the safe zone.
yeah.
Like that's really the only things that you want your text in the safe zone. That's what's important. So you get your story across. You want certain key frames in your safe zone, as well. But things like a stray foot or like a color bleed, that's fine to go out of the margins. But yeah, so that's the workshop that me and Dustin will be running on week 7. So it's predominantly for members of the comic book club, but anyone who's interested in drawing comics might as well come around anyway, because that's something that you do need to know. Even if you're doing just web comics, you need to know what the safe zones are. So we definitely encourage that, because one issue that we have been having is that people don't submit in the right size, especially our traditional artists haven't been giving us stuff in the right size, and a lot of our digital artists as well.
Oh yeah.
So
That's
that means
No,
you
you-
so because
you did
sometimes
good
you're
this
so
quarter.
this quarter last quarter
last quarter was a breakout. I was like, okay.
So
like
is
this,
a
your
rule
comic was
breaker.
good. Your comic was good, and I looked at it, but I'm like, what's this? What is this size?
What is the size? Like like people have to
Now-
put the binocular
Yeah.
to see this to read. Like
Yeah.
people have to like a microscope to read it.
But yeah, so that's the
Okay, yeah, that's the thing. And speaking of which, we would like to invite our greatest guest next week, right?
Either gonna be next week or the week after.
The week after.
More than likely next week.
Yeah,
We'll be
one of
interviewing if you're an
Mr.
illustration.
Jonathan Hunt.
Illustration major. Yeah, Jon Hunt. Yeah, go ahead. So.
Jonathan Hunt, the coolest teacher in AI right now.
He's a comic book artist.
He's
as
a comic
well.
book artist. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
He's a professional freelance illustrator, but he has experience in comic books. He's also he's a sci-fi fantasy illustrator.
He's a
so
sci-fi
right up our alley.
sci-fi fantasy illustrator. He do most of the book covers. Like he have a lot of like freelance, like once every week or something like that.
He works with this group called Frombi, which
Yeah,
stands for
Frombi.
Friendly Zombies.
Yeah,
So,
for
He
Friendly
does a lot of
Zombies.
character design for them.
And he's my art director for the like portfolio review. So yeah, he'll be.
another good person that would be good to bring back. He retired like my first quarter here, so like almost 2 years ago.
Tepper.
Having Tepper come in, because Tepper's a really good illustrator.
That would
He's a really
be
good illustrator as well.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, Mr.
I
Tepper.
wonder if he would do
Zach
something like
has
that.
he might. Zach still has contact with him.
Yeah.
Zach still talks?
Paula Gillum talks to him all the time, and she's one of our advisors. So maybe we could pick a brain on it and be like, "Hey, Paula, can you?"
Can you get Tepper in here so we can talk to him? Because Tepper, he gave me C's on everything I did. C was the maximum grade I ever got in his class, but I learned so much of him. He was such a great teacher.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, we have some other students who had Tepper here, who had Tepper before he was as nice as he was. Tepper would like, if I had Tepper before the passing of his wife, he might have just failed me.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Mr. Hunt's gonna be here. Like we have a list of things that we're gonna ask, and like how he have experienced throughout his life about the illustration.
We're gonna grill him.
Yeah, we're gonna grill him. Like we're gonna like to ask him like what's the important things and what's like like what's the most fun part, what's the most not enjoying part. What's like overall average of like being an illustrator is, because he is the really good illustrator. Like
He's our
he's
archetype.
He's our archetype. He's our like
Yeah.
he's our mentor. I would say.
We all aspire to be Jon Hunt.
Yeah.
Pretty
Illustrator
much.
inspired, Yeah.
Well,
So-
I'm an animator. I aspire to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
wait.
And we're back.
All right. It's just a phone call.
An 800 number. It was a robot.
So that's what.
What? It's up to you.
All right. You guys want to talk a little more about what happened this week? Anything? Okay.
I want to suggest during that little cut, you should play a commercial.
Audible.com.
No, you play like, all right. This doesn't like this. You make an ad for the Miami Heat, right?
Yeah.
Uh huh.
And it's about them beating the Warriors.
being a
Just want to
Warriors.
mention
Yo.
that my
Warriors,
Miami
yeah.
Heat are on a 5-game winning streak. Okay, I'm very proud of them. Go
Really?
Heat.
Now?
Go Heat.
Wait, we have Super Bowl coming up. Yay! Like on
We won't
next
talk
week,
about
Go
Super Bowl.
Go Falcons.
Let's talk. Go Falcons. Fuck the Patriots.
You see, we have this fight right now,
Fuck
and,
the
and I
Patriots,
really
bro.
wanted to
No, the,
like
Pa-
you know,
the
go.
Patriots are gonna win. They're
But
gonna
I
win.
want the Falcons to win. Though.
Patriot.
We can want it at least.
This is the year of Patriot.
Again.
Again.
Yeah,
Again.
like again, because you know, like we have this freaking Tom Brady.
You guys remember? You remember back in middle school, Dustin,
And,
Cardinals versus Steelers? You remember how much money I won when the Cardinals lost to the Steelers?
Want me to wrap it up?
Yeah, and
But, yeah.
that's
I'll wrap it up.
that's like pretty much it.
Thanks
like,
everybody for joining us again. Another episode of AI Stockpile. This is I'm about to say issue 6, episode 6.
Episode 6.
And
You could say issues,
so
me,
hopefully
nice
next week we will have Jon Hunt here. If not the week after, definitely look forward to our workshops. It'll be right here in room 417. We're here every Thursday, 5 p.m. to 5:45. I'd also like to thank Lauderdale Comics for promoting our new event. It'll be happening in May. As it gets closer, we'll give you further details on it.
Not just promoting our new event, but promoting our club in general. They sell their comic, dude.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
They
They're
issue
on bread and
1
butter.
is available still in Lauderdale Comics. Just go over to the independent comic book section, and you'll find us right there on the shelf.
And issue 2 will be it'll be available for purchase soon as well.
Yeah, well, right now we're getting together the funds to print a professional print for issue 2. That'll be available there, and also we're working on a deal with the bookstore to sell it right here on campus. So look forward to that as well. All right, well, thank you everybody for joining us again. We'll be back next week.
We'll be back next week. Peace, guys.
What up?